Okay, I'm doing some more bike maintenance. I got 4 broken spokes in my rear wheel I gotta replace, and I might have to do my brakes, at least the rear ones. It still looks like there's a lot of pad on there though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll pull it out and replace one of the pads, because it looks like the inside pad next to the hub has got a lot of meat left on it, but the one closer to the outside of the bike, the frame seems to be a bit more worn down. We'll have to see. Hope this camera angle's better. It looks like it's better according to my window on the back of this camera. So I already took out the old spokes that were broken. I already harvested 4 spokes from my other wheel, so you didn't have to watch that. That's just boring. It's not actually fixing spokes, it's just pulling spokes, like kind of like pulling teeth. Anyways, so now the fun part. Get this stuff done. Let's see, which one is that one? That one is that one. Like I said, all I gotta do is spokes go right through the frickin' whatchamacallit, the disc. And you just gotta do this. This is the pain in the butt part. I know I let enough air out of this tire, so shit. Okay. But the fact that I have 4 broken spokes just is another point to fact that this wheel's not built right. There's no way I should have 4 broken spokes and a few rides. The fact that I'm struggling so hard to get this spoke just up in the spoke nipple is ridiculous. Shit, I'm gonna have to peel the rim liner back and pull the nipple up. Don't like doing this. I don't want to accidentally lose the damn thing. See, and that gets in the way, and damn it. Shit. Electric, please start building your fucking wheels the right way, or have your manufacturer do it. This is really frustrating, especially for people that this stuff is out of warranty and they got to fix this shit themselves. They're gonna waste so much money at the bike shop trying to get this stuff fixed, and it's just a simple thing on your end to like fact and product check your stuff with your manufacturers. Man, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have 4 broken spokes. I shouldn't have any broken spokes, especially on a fat tire. Fat tires are more durable. Damn it, I can't. That didn't do anything. Oh, got it. Here's one. I think I'm turning it the right way. I don't know. Oh, no, it wasn't. There we go. Back in place. Now to use the actual spoke wrench. I like this spoke wrench just because it has so many different size options, but honestly I'd rather have like a set of like spoke wrenches so I could just have more leverage when I'm doing this. Like the individually sized ones. It's still getting a good recording in there. Okay, cool. Make sure that's still straight. Determined I'm going to end up taking apart my other wheel I've been harvesting spokes from, because there's no point. The seam is coming undone on it, so it's not usable anyway. And it'd be a lot easier every time I have spokes break to replace them if I don't have to. That one goes that way. So I probably want to do this. Which one? Yeah, I want to do the outside one first. So, yeah, I definitely want to go that way with that one. Little bugs crawling over, biting the crap out of me. again, I'm going to have to pull the room liner out of the way. That down. And I'll leave that out because I gotta do the other one next to it still. Yeah, but see, 3 of the spokes were broken on one side, obviously. That's also not a good thing. 3 spokes should never break on one side of a wheel. Like that. Just another example of a crappy wheel build. In there. And yeah, I'm still putting the spokes in the wrong way just because that's how the wheel's built, and I don't want to take a chance of making it worse. See, there's flex in the spokes I put in, and the spokes they have in, there's like hardly anything. And the spokes they have in are like all the way, the threads are just gone. There's no way to even adjust these things. They're all the way up in the nipples. If I was a child, I'd be laughing right now, but I'm an adult. I can say that word and not giggle. Anyways. Okay, struggling with the liner now. No, I'm not. Okay, I gotta flip around to the other side now. Got everything I need. Yep. I hate that when I get up and go around the other side of my bike and realize I forgot a tool. It's like, damn it. I gotta get up again. Now, where was you at? He was there. Well, this is going to be a tough one. I may have to actually... I'm going to have to loosen this other spoke. Take it out to get this other spoke in now. Unless, of course, I just do... You know what? I'm just going to put it in there the right way. Screw it. See, also, if this is done the right way... The spokes are a lot easier to get in. So see, this is supposed to go this way, inside of the hub, so that when you lace it up, it simply goes in front of that spoke, and you don't have to loosen and take the spoke out. See, this is supposed to be going this way, and that one's supposed to be going inside, or vice versa. So, and this way the spoke's not rubbing. The spoke's not supposed to be rubbing or touching the other spoke. I mean, it's okay for spokes to touch a little bit, like just like an eensy bit, but like they're not supposed to be pressing on each other to the point where they're causing way too much tension. And that's the problem with electric wheels, is that the it's pressing on it. It's not supposed to press on it like that. And that's why my spokes keep breaking, because there's too much tension on them. Okay, that did not go in there the right way. There we go. Where we are. So yeah, I think I actually am going to start replacing the spokes in the proper direction from now on. Especially when it's this one. When it's the spoke that sits outside of the inside spoke. Then eventually the wheel will just be built right, I guess. So that's 4 spokes replaced pretty quick. Oddly enough, the wheel isn't like really wobbly either. Yeah, it's kind of wobbly. Thing is, though, it looks like that might just be the fact that the tire's loose because of there's no air in it right now, or very little air. Might be like a optical illusion making me think that the rim's bent when it's not. It feels okay. So now I'm gonna work on my brakes. Yeah, flies flying along. Jesus. So yeah, inside one has enough meat on it, outside one doesn't. So I think I'm just going to replace one of the 2 pads on this thing. Also, when I got this brake caliper, when I got the bike, there were no spacers in between the frame and the caliper. And I'm not entirely sure how they had it lined up, because when I had to replace the brake pads for the first time and I went to put the caliper back on, I couldn't get it to line up with the disc no matter what I did. And then I put some spacers in there and that solved the problem. So I don't know, it's like they just had it all squeezed together somehow. And then I took it apart, and then it kind of, yeah, where the hell did that go? I just lost my spacer. Where did you go, spacer? Damn it. There you are. Okay, cool. And needle nose. I think. Oops. I may have put the cotter pin in here backwards last time. Shit. A little more difficult to get it out. Not that much more difficult. Maybe. Actually, those actually look kind of good still. But I don't know. I think I want to... Yeah, well... Let me pop it out of there and see. Let me angle this down a little bit more. That's better. Let me see. Honestly, I think I'm just going to replace them. Yeah, I'm just going to replace them. I mean, they're okay, but they're kind of getting down to the useless point. So I'm going to replace them. Okay. Where's my wire cutters? I gotta get my wire cutters out. It's one thing when you have an e-bike and you do the DIY thing or the modification thing, not only do you need to carry bike tools on you, gotta carry like electrical tools. I'm carrying like wire cutters, needle nose pliers, strippers, crimpers, extra butt splices, electrical tape. So I tend to carry a lot of spare stuff. I have like spare chain links on me. I've got spare bolts, spare nuts, spare tubes. I just don't like to leave myself hanging. I may have to loosen up the cable too on this temporarily. Well, obviously temporarily. Yes, I'm going to have to loosen up the cable. Shit. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to have to pull that back out. Let's see. Which way are we going here? Oh, cotter pin shit. Oops. That would have been bad. I had it on there the right way. It's not coming out. I guess we'll have to do it this way. It's definitely not rubbing anywhere. Okay. It's a little more difficult because this is kind of in the way now. Not too much more. It's fairly painless. The inside one is close enough to the disc. I just got to tighten up these bolts and then tension up the cable for the rear. Cool. Rear brake done. I might just replace the fronts while I'm at it too. They didn't look too bad, but you know, might as well just do it all. Rubbing a teeny tiny bit, but like I said before, it's better to rub a teeny tiny bit than and wear off than just not stop you when you need it to. Granted, even these, even though you tension them more like mechanical V-brakes, even if they start to wear down, you can just squeeze a little harder and it'll stop you. But you know, I don't want to have to squeeze a little harder. Okay. Pump this tire up. Well, while I'm pumping the tire up, I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off. And then when the tire pumps up, I'll turn the camera back on. So it's on here real quick. These are 30 psi. The screen got dinged. That's not good. Oh, I think my camera just reset. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off for now, and then when the tire's pumped up, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm working on the front one. And that back wheel is just straight. Cool. This one's more complicated. I got a lot more spacers on it because I had a heck of a time getting this front caliper to line up properly. I had to. Usually the hub motors, when they come with the kits. I don't know if they have their own disc, but they usually have the spacer they have on it that takes the spacer where the disc is supposed to be attached to the hub, so that the bolts don't basically go through too far and jack up the threads in the actual hub itself, so then you can't actually put a disc on there because the threads are jacked up. But trying to get these damn spacers out of here. There's one spacer. This one. Okay, cool. But in order to actually get my caliper on here and not have it rub against the hub motor, I had to leave the plastic spacer in it. It was right there, and then put the disc over it. Luckily the bolts were long enough to go through the disc and the spacer, otherwise I would have been having an issue. I would have just been a rear brake dickhead instead of a front rear brake dickhead. So trying to be careful. I don't want to lose my spacers. And that's exactly what I just did. Now I gotta find the fucker. Damn it. God damn it. I can't find my spacer. Ah, shit. Ah. Where did you go? As we all know, round shit tends to roll, and it rolled. Oh, there we go. Found it. So when I got done pumping up the tire, I was like, well, either I can move all my shit to the front of the bike, which would be more inefficient, or I can just move the bike. Sometimes I like when my brain works. Actually, I like when my brain works all the time. What am I saying? And this caliper, I do not need to change these brake pads. They are nice and juicy and padded looking. So that saves that. Because if I did, I would have had to take the front wheel off and adjust the inside pad to make room for the new pads. So that's actually happy. Makes me happy. Okay, I started with the bottom one first. Also, one thing I advise if you get into e-bikes, keep all your stuff, like all your hardware and stuff, off your other bikes. Don't throw stuff away, because you'll be surprised. Shit, how handy having all those extra pieces and bits and bobs are when you're working on stuff. Because I wouldn't have been able to actually put this caliper on. One, with if I had tossed that plastic spacer out, and two, if I didn't keep all my spacers for my V-brakes and stuff. That's weird. Huh. And V-brakes, I know a lot of people don't like them because they're kind of a pain in the ass to adjust compared to disc brakes, but they do work if you know how to adjust your V-brakes really well. And I after years and years and years of teaching myself, I got down to a science, and I could stop just as well as the hydraulic disc brakes and mechanical V-brakes. So I used to do a lot of riding in really rough terrain, like up behind Cal State, where there's all kinds of fire roads, and riding up and down Cloudline, and that was back in the 90s and early 2000s. And kind of in like around 2010, between 2010 and 2015, I was still pretty active out there, and I just was looking over there. That's why the camera kind of tilted away. Looking fondly and nostalgically towards the dirt I can't really ride in anymore. So, and V-brakes worked fine. That's what most people started out on, obviously. But if you can't really afford to get disc brakes, granted, disc brakes aren't that expensive anymore. Even mechanical disc brakes are pretty cheap, and hydraulic ones, depending what brand you buy, can be pretty inexpensive too and work really well. Just like how, remember when VCRs first came out, they were thousands of dollars, and then they were like $100, and now they're pretty much free because they don't sell them anymore. Like anything. That's the funny thing that's bugging me about e-bikes, though, is the prices. I figured with the more popularity, the prices of these things will start to drop like everything else, but that doesn't seem to be happening. It seems like the prices are actually going up, even with increasing popularity. That kind of sucks. Anyways, I'm done working on my bike and talking about random stuff, so if you watch the video and you like it. If you could subscribe, that would be great, and leave some comments. Tell me if you liked my camera angles any better. I think I did a better job with my camera angles, so have a good one. Thanks.